Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to today's explainer, where we're going to do something absolutely crucial. We are cutting straight through the exhausting, endless noise of AI hype. Look, every single day there's a new tool, a new trend, some new guru swearing they've got the ultimate secret to getting rich with artificial intelligence, right? It's chaotic, it's overwhelming, and frankly, it's keeping a lot of really smart people completely stuck in the mud. Our goal today is to filter out all that junk and get a clear, beautiful view of exactly what is working in the real world right now using proven data-driven models.
Now, this quote here perfectly validates a feeling I know almost all of us are experiencing right now: AI paralysis. You know the drill. You spend hours researching 20 different AI side hustles. You bookmark all the tutorials, you weigh all your options, and then you end up starting absolutely none of them. Honestly, it's a trap almost everyone falls into. And it's not because you're lazy or slow. As entrepreneur Ayman Gaji points out, you're simply standing in front of 100 doors with zero idea which one to actually open. It's the ultimate over-information trap. Sound familiar?
So what does this all mean for us? How do we stop the endless scrolling and start actually building real leverage? Well, we do it by bringing in a structured, totally data-driven approach. Throughout this explainer, we're going to be analyzing these different AI models using Ayman's CLER framework. That stands for competition, longevity, effort, autonomy, and recurring revenue. Think of this framework as our compass. It's going to help us objectively measure these opportunities against each other so we know exactly what we're dealing with. To organize all this chaos, we've broken our roadmap down into 4 distinct buckets. Number 1, content and creative services. Number 2, AI, web, and tech. Number 3, agents and workflow automations. And finally, number 4, the digital product advantage. We'll be moving sequentially from trading time for money all the way to building ultimate leverage.
Let's jump right into that first bucket. Section 1, content and creative services, or trading AI for time.
The foundational premise here is simple, but man, is it powerful. Today's creators and e-commerce businesses have way more money than they have time. They are absolutely desperate for a constant stream of fresh content. But manual creation? It's a massive bottleneck. And this brilliantly illustrates the old way versus the new reality. The traditional way meant hiring actors, renting out studios, buying expensive camera gear, and spending just hours and hours painstakingly editing footage. The AI way completely flips the script. Now you can generate lifelike user avatars, clone voices, and write highly researched scripts in literally minutes. What used to take an entire production team can now be done straight from your laptop. To actually pull this off, you need the right toolkit. Based on insights from creators like Deval and Max, if you're doing something like LinkedIn ghostwriting, Claude Projects is incredible. Why? Because it can perfectly memorize a specific client's tone and style instructions across entire campaigns. For video, HeyGen and ElevenLabs are your absolute industry standards for generating avatars and cloning voices. If you're running a short-form clipping agency, OpusClip automates the heavy lifting of finding those viral moments, while tools like Google Vids make adding slick animations incredibly simple. You essentially act as the director of these tools. You aren't doing the manual grunt work anymore. You're just conducting the orchestra. Now, let's ground all this hype with some real numbers. Because businesses constantly need new content, you don't sell this as a one-off gig. You sell it as a monthly retainer. For instance, landing just 5 short-form clipping clients at $1,500 a month brings you to a really solid $7,500 monthly income. To put that into perspective globally, Deval noted that specialized AI video editors in India are charging up to 75,000 rupees a month to deliver high-quality AI-enhanced edits. The demand out there is very, very real.
Okay, let's run this bucket through our clear framework. The effort? That gets a 5 out of 5. It is extremely accessible and easy for beginners to start. However, because it's so easy, the competition is fierce, scoring a 1. But most importantly, look at autonomy. It scores a measly 2. Why? Well, because you are essentially running a manual content factory. If you stop producing clips or writing posts, or income instantly stops. It's profitable for sure, but you are heavily tied to the day-to-day work.
All right, moving on to bucket number 2, AI, web, and tech, focusing on high-value deliverables.
This category steps up your income potential significantly by providing clean, professional tech solutions to local businesses. Think plumbers, dentists, local contractors. These folks desperately need a modern online presence, but they have zero idea how to build one. Contrast this with the old days. Building a website traditionally meant pitching a local business a $5,000 invoice and then making them wait 2 whole months while you dealt with complex custom coding. Today, the AI way allows you to use instant deployment tools like Lovable, Bolt, or Claude Code. You can literally generate fully functional, beautiful websites for these businesses using plain English prompts in a matter of minutes.
To really understand how powerful this is, let's look at this workflow. According to AI expert Max, a tool like Claude Code isn't just a basic chatbot where you copy and paste text back and forth. No, it runs right in your computer's terminal, essentially the back-end command line of your machine, like an actual software agent. You give it a plain English instruction like, "Hey, build a freelancer landing page," and it maintains the context of your entire project. It writes the code, runs the tests, finds its own errors and fixes them until the page works perfectly. It's wild.
The financial upside here is pretty staggering when you scale it up. Max highlighted that a solo, one-person software-as-a-service business, operating at a typical 80% profit margin, can realistically generate $96,000 annually. How? By leveraging technology like the Anthropic API to plug advanced AI brains directly into their own software. You're no longer limited by your own ability to write code. You are literally only limited by your ability to find problems and instruct the AI to solve them.
So the crucial point is revealed when we look at the clear score for AI web and tech. Longevity is a perfect 5 out of 5 because every business is always going to need a website, right? And effort is a solid 4 since AI completely removes that coding barrier. But notice the recurring score. Just a 2. A website is largely a one-and-done project. You finish it, you get paid, and then you are trapped right back at 0, constantly hunting for that next one-off client just to keep the money flowing.
Which brings us to bucket number 3, agents and workflow automations, or as I like to call it, building invisible employees.
Now, if you are operationally minded and want to permanently fix the expensive leaks in traditional businesses, this is for you. Local businesses run on phone calls and fast responses. When a dental clinic misses a call because the receptionist is busy with another patient, that is a lost client worth thousands of dollars. When it takes a business 3 days to manually calculate a quote, the customer just goes somewhere else. AI fixes this immediately. An AI voice agent answers on the first ring, 24/7, sounding completely human. And instant workflow automations completely eliminate days of manual data entry.
Let's look at a brilliant real-world example from Deval. He shared a workflow he built for a furniture business in India. First, an automation tool called HeyGen detects a new customer email. Then, Google's Gemini AI automatically analyzes the attached image to extract the furniture dimensions. Third, the AI runs the math to calculate a custom price quote. And finally, it automatically emails the client back. This turned a massive 3-day manual chore into an instant, flawless process. That is incredible leverage, guys. And he sold this exact setup to the business for 40,000 rupees.
Your toolkit for building these invisible employees is seriously robust. You've got Vappy for setting up those AI voice agents and NN for tying all these different apps together. But what's really fascinating is how AI integrates right into existing corporate software. For instance, with the new Microsoft 365 add-ins, Max points out that Claude can seamlessly carry context across all your apps. You can literally have it analyze data in Excel, instantly turn those findings into a PowerPoint slide, and then carry that exact same context straight into Outlook to draft an email to your client. It's like magic.
Looking at the clear score, this bucket is incredibly strong. Yes, there is a steeper learning curve to set up these automations, but honestly, that difficulty is a feature, not a bug. It acts as a massive moat that filters out all the lazy competition. And because these systems run 24/7 and handle core business operations, clients become heavily reliant on them. They are not going to turn them off, which creates fantastic, sticky, recurring revenue for you.
Finally, we arrive at bucket number 4, the digital product advantage, or breaking the chain.
Look, every single method we've discussed so far ultimately ties your income to your ongoing physical effort or client management. We need to break that chain. So let's define what we actually mean by leveraged income. We are completely rejecting the illusion of purely passive income. That's mostly a myth. Instead, as defined here, it means building an asset one single time and having it sell to the 10,000th person exactly the same way it sold to the first without you doing any extra work. In the past, you needed to be a massive industry expert with a whole production team to make a digital product. Today, AI does all the heavy lifting of research and structuring for you.
Let's move to Lessy and see how this builds out in practice using a feature called Claude Artifacts. Max demonstrated an incredible fast-track workflow here. You simply ask Claude to build an interactive digital tool, maybe a habit tracker or a financial calculator. In seconds, Claude generates a fully working web app right in a side panel. You can then publish it directly as a link or export it as a PDF and instantly list it on marketplaces like Gumroad or Etsy for, say, $9. You have literally just created software you can sell forever in under 5 minutes.
And this visually emphasizes why digital products are the absolute holy grail of online income. It's all about zero marginal cost. Look at this chart. 100% of your time and effort goes into that first slice, creating the product. But what does it cost you in time, materials, or shipping to deliver the 10,000th sale? Absolutely zero. It is the exact same amount of effort as the very first sale. There are no clients to manage, no ongoing delivery, just pure, beautiful leverage.
Let's check out our final clear score for digital products. Notice that perfect 5 out of 5 for autonomy. Guys, this is the only model on our entire list today that earns a perfect score in this category. Why? Because it's the only side hustle where taking a day off, going on vacation, or getting sick doesn't automatically turn off your income stream. Once the digital product is built and your marketing channels are set, the leverage does the heavy lifting for you, giving you, quite literally, a beautiful view of your financial future without burning out. We started this explainer looking at 100 confusing doors of AI hype. Now, you have a structured map. You understand the tools. You've seen the actual math behind these proven models, and you know exactly how much effort and autonomy each path requires. The only thing keeping you stuck right now is indecision. So I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought. You have the clarity now. Which of these doors are you going to stop scrolling past, actually open up, and walk through today?